One of the smartest shots in tennis is super underutilized and under-respected, and in this video I'm going to reveal what it is. It's being used in this point right now. And recently we had a great matchup against Cole and Mark here on the Essential Tennis Courts. If you haven't watched that match play footage, do yourself a favor, watch the full match. But one pattern that really jumped out at me was the use of this super underutilized shot. So in this video I'm going to show you what it is, how to use it, and what mindset you should have around it so you can be more successful and win more matches. So before we reveal what this super smart shot is, I just want to point this out first because so many players fall into this trap of this mindset that in order to be a high-level player, you need to hit the ball harder, you need to hit it closer to the lines, you need to take more chances and more risks, you need to hit more winners. And so that's kind of the mentality of like the training and the practice. And so players are kind of looking for shots like this. Watch Cole hit these backhands like 6 inches over the net, stretching Mark. And these are the types of shots that I think players kind of get infatuated with, is like putting it just over the net, hitting it really solid, really strong. And listen, that type of shot is important to have. It's important to have weapons, and you should be developing your strength and your power off the ground. But that is not what we're talking about today. Let's shift gears and I'll reveal what this shot is. Watch this point between Cole and Mark, and I just want you to take a look at the variety they use. Mark uses a block backspin return. We've got high topspin, deep, heavy ball from Mark. Another kind of high defensive ball from Cole. Mark blocks it back. And now we go into some kind of neutral topspin and slice shots. Another looping ball from Cole. And so you can see this wide range of offense, neutral, defense, all taking place within the same 30-second point. This is what so many players are missing in their game. They think that to keep leveling up, they've got to keep hitting lower and harder and closer to the lines. And part of the reason why I enjoyed this match so much between Mark and Cole is they demonstrated such a wide range of different skill sets and competencies. So when Mark blocks this back deep, Cole recognizes that he's got to move back in order to give himself a little bit of space and time. He gets caught a little bit inside the baseline after the serve. Maybe he thinks this return is kind of floating out, and so he wants to watch it bounce. Whatever the reason, he gets put in a tough spot here, and he recognizes that. And so as he hits off of his back foot, he makes the wise decision to give the ball a lot of height, which gives him a lot of time. And in addition to that height, he gives the ball a lot of spin. And so what happens here, as he sends that ball up in the air, and Mark makes his split step 6 or 7 feet back behind the baseline, when Mark reads this ball coming up off the racket of Cole, he's got a couple options here. And frankly, a lot of them aren't very good. If Mark wants, he could try to sprint forwards and take the ball out of the air, but he's not a huge net rusher, so that's not really his first instinct. As the ball comes down, he could also potentially, and you can actually kind of see his feet here, you can tell maybe he had a little bit of a thought of, oh, maybe I'll step forwards, but then he pulled back. I think maybe initially he thought, oh, maybe I could take this right off the bounce, but look at where it lands. For him to make his way all the way up here in that short a period of time, let's go back to where he recognized the ball. Ball is coming off of Cole's racket right now. So for Mark to make it all the way here and take the ball right off the bounce is not an easy task because of the height and the spin that Cole puts on this ball. So Mark is kind of forced into letting this bounce and come up, and that puts him way back behind the baseline, which is exactly what Cole wants. So look, now Cole has been able to 100% neutralize the points and get things actually back in his favor by using height and spin and depth effectively. And so as the point continues on, Mark plays a smart shot by hitting high with a lot of topspin, and Cole gives him another one. And so this time, Mark is thinking, no, I'm not going to fall for that twice. So he takes it on the rise, but it's still an awkward shot because of how heavy and how high the ball was. But long story short, Cole is able to escape from a difficult position, neutralize the point, get control of the point, and then the two of them battle it out from there with offensive and neutral shots. And so this is a smart shot. It's not respected as much as it should be, but now I'm going to give you some more options on how to use it in a really smart way. If you're working hard to improve your game and you'd like my personal feedback and guidance, go sign up for a free account at EssentialTennisAcademy.com, because twice per week I do live Q&A sessions where I break down videos coming from Academy students. So go sign up for a free account right now at EssentialTennisAcademy.com. So remember those two hard, flat, kind of more aggressive shots from Cole? Here's the point that those shots took place in. I want you to look at how it fits in to using high and deep. So there's that smart shot down the middle, giving himself time, keeping himself in the rally. He actually hits two of those in a row before transitioning to the attack. So how does he make the decision? How should you think about when to use this shot? It's super important to understand how this works. So again, after Cole serves, Mark hits a really well-struck, deep, heavy topspin return, and so Cole gets pushed back in response. This, again, Cole reads and feels that pressure and feels that stress of the point. So this is where you should be thinking about using height to your advantage. If every time you get pressured, you kind of think to yourself, well, crap, this is tough, I might as well just go for the winner, you're gonna make yourself really easy to beat unless your timing is incredible and you're just, treeing on any particular day. Let me know if you know what treeing means in the comments down below. I haven't used that in a long time. So here's where Cole gives it the height. I mean, this is a solid 8-10 feet over the top of the net. So virtually no chance he's going to miss in the net. And he puts enough topspin on it that he gives himself, a high likelihood of making it as well. He probably didn't want to cut it quite this close, but because he does, he's able to get right back in the point and be at least at neutral. Now notice how Mark receives that height and that spin, and he sends it back. And this is a good general principle for tennis. Anytime you receive a certain type of ball, it's generally easiest to send it back with the same type of flavor. So when you're receiving a high, deep, heavy topspin ball, sending it back high and deep with a lot of topspin generally is the easiest thing to do. Taking a high ball and trying to hit it low, or taking a low ball and trying to hit it up high and changing the momentum and the direction tends to be a little bit tougher and lower percentage. So smart play by Mark using that same type of shot. And the two of them are just battling it out at this point. Who's going to set up a short ball first? Another pretty incredibly well-paced, deep, heavy ball from Cole here. And this is where Mark, he's the first one to kind of blink in this exchange. And so look at where this ball lands, right around the service line. And this is where Cole makes the decision to lean forwards, step into the shot, and that's that first low, flat attacking shot that you saw. So he's just made a big transition. And for Mark, from his perspective, he's just returned two high, deep, spinny balls in a row, and now Cole is stepping in, leaning in, and driving straight through the court. That's a tough transition to make if you're Mark. And this is how I want you to start thinking about utilizing this super smart shot. How can I inject it into my exchanges so that it's a contrast, so that it's completely different feel and rhythm and timing for my opponent? Because making the transition from being pushed back, and then having to run to the side and retrieve a driven shot that's really strongly hit is not easy. And Mark does a good job staying in the point, gets his own attack, and then just a little bit of bad luck there. There was a net cord there, and Cole ends up winning the points. But you can see how Cole utilizes this high, deep ball in the middle in order to stay in the points, stay neutral, and then he uses his patience to wait for an attackable ball, and then he transitions. It's not just all about pounding ball after ball after ball. There's a lot of thought that goes into how he's shaping these shots. If this has already been helpful, do me a favor and click that like button. It helps this video get in front of more players who need coaching like this, who are fans of tennis. Thank you so much for supporting our videos and our content. So now that you're getting a sense for how to use this smart shot, here's some more variation, or kind of changing up the flavor a little bit. Watch Cole on this side. And this is at a critical point. Mark is serving down 2-5. Watch the height here, both of them. Smart, heavy, deep, high shots. And as the point continues, Cole uses that shot again. And the point transitions here to Mark starting to attack. He's trying to break down the backhand of Cole. He's trying to pressure him by going more into the corner, deeper in the court. And Cole just makes the decision to go middle, middle, middle until he gets that short ball. And then at that point, now he's starting to stretch Mark. Hopefully you saw the transition there. I'm gonna play through one more time. I want you to get a sense for the transition that happens. Early on, right here, they're just kind of looking for position in the point, like who can get the upper hand in the point. And they're trading those high, heavy balls. And then right here, Mark transitions on the other side into attack mode. And Cole just puts everything through the middle. Some of them are a little higher than others. Like none of these are like the moon balls that he hit before. Now they're like just kind of standard rally balls, but he's going middle until this shot right here. It's middle, 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 middle until he reads how short this shot is. He moves inside the baseline, and now he's going to transition from I'm here all day, Mark, all day. I'm just going middle, 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 middle. Like, go ahead, try to break me down, try to break me down, try to break me down. And then when he gets his opportunity, he steps in, and now he aims closer to the sideline. Pretty much guarantee you he wasn't aiming this close. Cole, let me know in the comments down below. I promise you, he wasn't trying to hit it this close to the sideline. But you need to understand the pressure that this puts on Mark on the other side. Mark just hit 6 or 7 or 8 heavy, aggressive forehand swings in a row. He finally put one short, and now, after hitting a bunch of shots that he was hoping to win the point with, now he's got to run to the side and transition from offense, offense, offense to crap. Now I got to run this down and like stay in the points. And so he does a good job on this shot of just kind of trying to neutralize it with a slice. But then as he gets it back, Cole like senses his opportunity and he stretches him again. And that's when Mark makes the mistake. So hopefully you're seeing this. If you're getting this and it's helpful, do me a favor and click the like button. Cole is using these different variations of height super effectively. They're all kind of going towards the middle. Some of them are very high, other ones are kind of standard, and some are in the middle. And then he's sprinkling in offensive shots, occasionally attacking and throwing Mark off his balance. And so we're gonna throw in actually 2 quick comments from Cole right here about his mindset behind these 2 shots.
Heavy through the middle. That's what works. Followed my game plan there. I just tried to bait Mark into mistakes. I was successful. He went for a little too much on some crucial points. Just keeping the ball deep up the middle and mixing up the pace on him. Just find some mistakes that way. That's how I close out that set.
And so you can hear this is very purposeful. Both of those clips were taken from when Mark was down and serving at 2-5 in the set. So if he gets broken, Cole takes the first set. And so Cole's not thinking, oh man, how can I crush this next ball past Mark? He's thinking, here I am, Mark, here I am, Mark. He's just heavy to the middle, heavy to the middle. This is such smart tennis, especially when you sprinkle in offensive shots here and there. So hopefully you're getting the point here. Hopefully it's opened your eyes to how valuable this shot can be. It's a powerful shot when put in the arsenal alongside offensive weapons as well. And if you're wondering, by the way, how to hit that heavy spin to get it to curve, I'm working on a lesson right now that is going to address that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Let me know if you have any thoughts or comments right down below. And if this was helpful, make sure to click the like button as well. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next lesson.